if I can get to it. Boom, boom. There we go. Let's ping this. So here you see reply, reply, reply. Receive 4, loss 0, 100%. I mean, 0% loss. Our devices are communicating. I just was able to ping my computer. My computer. Did I send a message to myself? I think so. And I got to figure out technically how that works. But technically, so I didn't ping my IP address of my actual computer. I pinged the address of the private network that we set up for the SSH connection. So this is the go ahead. No, go ahead. Yes, sir. Well, not bro. I'm telling you, but not specifically through the IP. Do this private network that allows you to communicate between other devices. So they give you an address, but this is called let's see, is enable access. Sign into your network by using the machine name. So this is a private address. Nope. I already looked it up. Nobody, even people watching this video, like they can't really do anything with these addresses. So this allows you to connect these devices in a secure private network of your own. And then I had to make sure, okay, how do we make sure my computer stays on 24/7? Essentially turning it into a headless server. So in BIOS, there's something called wake on LAN, WOL. And what WOL does is allow me to wake up my device. I can turn on my computer from my phone at home. I can be in freaking Africa right now and I can turn this computer on from it being off over the Wi-Fi. Wake, WAKE on LAN, like wake up on LAN. And this is in by go ahead. Me neither, bro. But when you just using AI, like I want to figure this out, so I'm asking it everything and anything that I don't know what it is to help me get there. It's helping me get there, but also I'm spending the time to actually learn that too. So I've already been through BIOS. I've turned on my WOL on my headless uh server. Then I had Chat GPT or Codex because I already got it installed on my other computer. Go through the settings to make sure I set that up correctly. And it was able to tell me if I enable everything correctly. And I'm looking at the results right now, and everything is labeled and enabled correctly. So now what I need to do is sign over well, I need to run this command in PowerShell to establish the connection. I just haven't done that yet because I've been doing other stuff, but I'm gonna finish that tonight. And basically, bro, what I'm doing with the YouTube is just um do figuring out something every day to help me build my in-home server. So I think like tomorrow we I'll let everybody know we got connected. Boom. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this device apart because okay, we got the secure connection, but what's actually inside of your server? And since we were repair guys, I know how to break this mug down, put it back together. You know, so I'm finna upload the after this. We got about to get into this too. But this is just cool tech talk. I ain't gonna lie. This would be cool for the channel. I'm gonna just pop this up there, bro. Because I think people need to hear these conversations, and it is some piece of information we drop in here and there as far as what we're learning and just giving out everything that we're learning, and it's in real time. Bro, I'm telling you. And it's so dope because it's just I'm turning more into a technologist. I want to say nerd, but I don't want to go bring a negative connotation behind that. But that's literally, bro. I'm all in, bro. Bro. And I pay that 125 to take the course all day and have these certificates because this is what is in for the rest of our lives, bro. AI is only going to take more space in the world in every industry. So why are we not learning as much as we can right now to even start a business utilizing these tools, bro? Because the faster that we learn this shit, excuse my language, and the better that we get, because I'm pretty decent with this, but the better that we get, the faster that we can get to actually understanding people's businesses and helping them out with prices that they can't for projects that would have cost them hundreds, thousands of dollars, and we're able to do it for a decent amount. And we're able to produce that shit. I'm sorry, excuse my language again. We're able to produce. I'm so excited about this, but it's you can speed up your development so fast, bro. That don't mean you have to not. That don't mean you don't have to have the necessary checks in place. But that's all about building the processes that go into this. So, mm, on me, well, I mean, I appreciate that, bro. Because this is a big step, bro. For anybody just taking this path, the guy, I would say you don't have experience using Claude right now, but just hopping in where you're hopping in, bro, Claude Partner Network, shit, that's a fucking huge deal. To me, it is. Yeah, we're getting caught up. I think I went here and I was able to watch this video. I'll play this video for you too. But when we clicked to enroll, it needed us to sign into this account or whatever. And right now, I think bro went to sleep. It's pretty late for him. But I'm gonna have this information tomorrow. I'm gonna have to log in tomorrow. Let's see if this is going to allow us to actually watch it this time. It was tripping with us last time. Yeah, this thing want to trip. I think I got too many applications running, and it's just oh, yeah, got too many applications running, bro. My computer, it's not even running. It is super hot. I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty hot. Man, this computer, man, I tell you, it's been through thick and thin with me. I done had this computer every bit of 4 to 5 years now, and it it is just we ain't gonna try to force ourselves. Yeah, it's this thing got 32 gigs of RAM. I got 32 gigs of RAM sitting around DDR4, which made me think like, dang, if I get a oh my well, the thing about RAM is you got to make sure your DDR4 is the DDR4 that will go into a PC, because PC RAM and enterprise server RAM is different from consumer RAM. Mm, mm, mm. See? Yeah, man. Every part of, and this is why, like, with even just AI, knowing the hardware is one of the biggest parts of this, bro, because it relies on specific hardware to run properly. And if we want that thing to run properly, we got to know those specs. It does. It does. Hmm. They have these things running. They're not running locally on your device, but the session is started. So I believe they double check. We recording now. We all. What my I had a workflow that does it automatically. It just builds the things up for me. Perfect. We got Codex showing here. All right, bro. So let's get to vibe coding. So I'm going to run over Codex for you real quick. This is Codex here. It's a great application. So for your regular chats in ChatGPT, that button has been moved since Codex and ChatGPT have now been merged. So if you did have a ChatGPT, a regular account to just talk to ChatGPT, oh, my bad. I forgot that I'm in a meeting and I got to share that with you too. Go present something else. window screen. There we go. Uh, Let me know. You can see that. All right. Is it? Am I laggy? Really bad. Okay. Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna turn off my camera because I think that that'll save me some internal resources. Okay. So, bro, Codex, and to answer your question, Codex got famous, really popular because, I mean, ChatGPT, there was no other chat agent that could predict text like OpenAI and ChatGPT. So, ChatGPT got really famous around like ChatGPT 3.0 ish, or I think that was 3.0 or something like that, where people seen the capability of this system being able to do things like actually build code. It wasn't doing what it's able to do now, but it was able to produce clean code. And that right there was a signal for people in this industry that these as the years progress and these large language models or small language models improve, we'll be able to do way more, and we'll be able to do even more complex tasks. So that's, and then the release of Chat GPT 4.0, I still believe that was one of the best models to ever release. It was the most monumental large language model, I think, really throughout throughout human history. I'm going to say that even though AI and open AI has only been available since like 2020, 2021, that was the world's most foundational, life-changing model. That's what I believe. Yeah, 4.0. So now we are all the way at 5.6. We're at version 5.6. This is a new family. They have completely take away 4.0. You can't access it. I don't even think you can access it on do via API. So these are large language models right here. You got 5.3 all the way up to 5.6, and you see they got different 5.6s. So when they launch a brand new large language model, they really launch it in family. So you get a family of different large language models. And these large language models have different capabilities. Some of them are multimodal, where that means it can accept text, it can accept pictures, it can accept videos, and it can accept any other type of modal uh, content or whatever, and it can understand and process that information and give you out a return. Um, One of these models that I'm using right here, Soul, is good for reasoning and planning complex tasks out. Terra is for, like, I think they said everyday use. It's super fast. It's instant, text generation for you. If I say, "Hey, what's this?" It goes, it types, it gives me a response really quickly. Soul is going to take its time. It's going to go through what you were talking about earlier called reasoning, which is you see effort, light, medium, high, extra high, ultra. And then you also have speeds. How fast do you want this token to generate you the text, or put it on your screen? And you can really kind of control your model and how much token it consumes, how many tokens it consumes based on the effort level, based on the speed, based on the model, because you have to worry about all of that stuff because you have something called usage, and you get a weekly usage amount, you get a daily usage, you get a daily usage amount. Uh, And right now, I have a usage reset available for me, but it expires April 12th. So if I was to use all of this usage before the 19th, which I got 6 more days, I probably will. I'm just going to hit reset usage, and it's going to top me back up all the way with the amount of usage. And to top this off on the usage part, before we get into our vibe coding session, these models and their effort and their speeds determine the amount of usage for that session and things of that nature. High effort, more tokens, more usage, even if it's on the same model. 5.6, the higher the usage, the more the tokens, the more it costs, the more usage. And also, these models do have an individual price. So if we wanted to not use Codex membership, which I'm using the ChatGPT membership, pay $100 a month for it, I can use API keys to access the models myself. So that would charge you per request, input and output, and that gets pretty expensive, depending on your model. Yeah, yeah. So now that you kind of, I guess, I mean, do you have any questions as far as like understanding what the models are and the what high and low usage is or reasoning? Hmm. So I mean so there's a double entendre, or I don't even know if that's a correct term. So some models use a lot of tokens. They're token hungry. Remember the V8 example I gave you? Hey, this car is a V8 and it needs premium versus this car that's a four cylinder and needs unleaded. So my four cylinder unleaded vehicle is gonna perform only so well. And eventually it will run out of gas. But I know a four cylinder, I got pretty good gas mileage in this mug. I can drive around in a four cylinder because of the way the motor works and all that stuff, and how it uses less gas because it's a smaller motor and it has less horsepower, meaning it has less space to power and analyze. That motor in that gas combo can run for a minute and it's pretty cheap. But let me hop in my Bentley with a V12 in it, and I have to put in 95 octane. So I can't stop at Quick Trip. I have to find a a place with 95 octane, and that's difficult to find. And it's going to be expensive when you get there. But also this 12, go ahead. But also, mhm. So the more powerful the model, typically the more powerful the model, the more tokens it uses because it's going through multiple different phases that you would normally have to instruct it to do it on its own. So say for instance, if I took this 5.6 model right here, which is the new one, this is the good one. and I went down to 5.3. So things that I would have to tell this model because it's older. This is a 2026 Maybach. This is a 2007 Chevy. This is a 2003 Chevy Cavalier. It's 5.6 and 5.3. So essentially, what I'm saying inside of that, uh, it comes down to how the model is created, what it's for. But typically, what you'll see, a brand new model, the newest model that they release, is going to be more token hungry because it's going through more steps. And to explain the token situation, tokens are what the large language model uses to predict the next character that is going into a word, into a phrase, into a sentence, because this technology is generative. It's generating output on the fly. It's predicting what the next thing will be. It's a probabilistic uh, uh, system. So if I say what color is a banana, based on the data it was trained on, it can go, it maps your words, the characters out to a specific value. Remember, we were talking about binary earlier and computer language? Well, this is where that conversation comes into play. So now we have this packet of data in our text language that our computer is decoding. So say for instance, I is it has a token value of, in this case, of 3. And then I want to, W has a token value of 12. A has a token value of 60. So this device is basically assigning these values to to predict what the answer should be. And that's how the you're getting an answer with any system. It's predicting the answer based off the input, but the input is calculated based off of the values that are inputted into the system. And the input, which is what we say or type, is the value that the computer decodes into some type of data binary situation, and it gives